Are they going to have a new Splinter Cell game? Are they going to have a new Rayman game? All I want is a new Rayman game from Ubisoft.
This is Ubisoft. This is Ubisoft.
Apparently Yves Guillemot, or whatever his name is, apologised for all the events that have happened in Ubisoft over the last few months. Apparently. I haven't watched it.
Welcome back to Ubisoft Forward. I'm Yusuf.
I'm Neelam. Today's show will reveal new games, give behind-the-scenes insights from our development teams, and share some exciting updates on projects you've been waiting for.
You could have cut out half the stuff in the last stream and just made one of these, I reckon.
The gods of ancient Greece need a hero, and it's time to answer the call.
So apparently they've changed the name for this game. And are we actually going to see the first gameplay rendered in-game engine?
Our divine powers sealed away. Even the gods need a hero.
It's not going to look like that. How long ago did they announce this game and we still haven't seen any gameplay for it? This music doesn't really fit the aesthetic. Oh yeah, we do have a bit of gameplay, but it was leaked gameplay, not actual official gameplay. They announced it at E3 2019, so over a year ago, and we still haven't seen any actual gameplay for it yet. See, get rid of this. Get rid of this 2-minute trailer, in-engine trailer, and show gameplay. Don't waste your money making this. Don't waste our time watching it. You know. Medusa, I'm guessing. So it's kind of like a cartoony version of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, really. Because Assassin's Creed Odyssey had a lot of this weird mythological stuff in it. But you could fly like Kid Icarus. Since when did Medusa have Superman laser eyes? That looks like Breath of the Wild, like that. Immortals, Phoenix Rising. How have you made a worse name than Gods and Monsters? December 3rd, and we still haven't seen any gameplay.
And I'm the game director on Immortals Phoenix Rising. I hope you enjoyed our reveal video. I'm sure you noticed a lot of new things
you
since
revealed
we first
it
teased the game,
a year ago,
including
though.
a new name.
How have you made a worse name than Gods and Monsters?
Extra production time has allowed us to expand our vision and explore new opportunities beyond our initial plan.
Oh, is that actual gameplay?
We felt the name Immortals Phoenix Rising better reflected this new experience. Today, we're incredibly excited to give you the first in-depth look at our world, hero, and gameplay. Let's dive in.
Why didn't you just show this and get rid of that 2-minute bollocksof nothingness that doesn't mean anything?
Immortals Phoenix Rising is a third-person, open-world action-adventure game set in
From
the
Ubisoft,
fantastical
I'm shocked.
landscape of Greek mythology. You'll play as Phoenix, a Greek warrior shipwrecked on the mysterious Golden Isle. Upon your arrival, you'll meet Hermes,
It's still got terrible
one of the few
face
remaining gods
animations.
of Olympus. Hermes has heard of a prophecy that only you can save the Greek gods and reclaim their realm from Typhon, the deadliest titan in mythology.
It's not Ganondorf.
This
or whatever his
entire
name is.
epic story will be narrated by the titan Prometheus and Zeus, the king of the gods, adding a unique commentary and perspective to this legendary tale.
I am
Before
Arthur.
embarking on this perilous journey, you'll get to
You
create
get
your own
4
Phoenix.
heads and like 7 hairstyles.
And as you progress,
That's all you get.
you'll find even more opportunities to customize your character by discovering legendary weapons, unique pieces of gear and cosmetics, and earning the gods' blessings and mythical abilities that can turn the tide of battle.
You've just
You'll
made
need all
cartoony
the help
Assassin's
you can
Creed.
get to save the gods and defeat Typhon once and for all. On your journey to save the gods, you'll grow stronger and achieve new, incredible things, like gliding with the wings of Daedalus, to jump higher, fight while airborne, and glide freely in the open world.
Breath of the Wild.
Facing off against dangerous mythical beasts like the giant cyclopses, flying harpies, and huge multi-armed hecatoncheires.
I mean, they could make a better Breath of the Wild.
Harnessing the power of the
They could
gods
do.
to master a tactical
'Cause Breath
and
of the Wild had a lot of
fast-paced,
problems.
over-the-top combat system, and solving puzzles and challenges scattered throughout the world to help improve your powers.
Oh my god, it is Assassin's Creed. Did you see
You'll
that? That
also
was the
get to
same
explore an
animation.
epic,
That was the
vibrant,
same
and
bow and arrow
stylized open
animation.
world filled
What
with
the fuck?
secrets, puzzles, and stories rooted in Greek mythology. Once a peaceful home to the gods of Olympus, the Golden Isle is now overrun by creatures of the underworld. To stand a chance against
And that was the
Typhon
same
and his minions,
sound effect as
you'll
well,
need to
that
explore
arrow
this
sound
mysterious
effect.
land and become a mythical hero yourself. The world is divided in multiple regions, all ruled by a different god in need of your help. From the lush landscapes of Aphrodite's plains to the mechanical world of Hephaestus' forge, each region is packed
It's
with
fucking
challenging
Breath of the
battles,
Wild.
ancient puzzles,
Holy
and
shit.
secrets to uncover. You'll
Breath
have
of
the
the Wild
freedom
with
to
Assassin's
explore this
Creed Odyssey.
entire open world as you wish, right from the beginning of your journey.
We saw like an actual second of proper gameplay.
Finally, stay with us for the post-show, where you'll get a look at new gameplay.
Why don't you show it now in the main fucking show?
I hope you enjoyed what you saw today. We can't wait
I
for
don't
you to
get it.
play Immortals Phoenix Rising. There's a lot more to show before launch, so keep an eye out for further updates. See you all
You've
on
got
December
it
3rd.
backwards as fuck.
I'm so excited
Oh,
to play this
no,
game.
not
It's a
you.
world I just can't wait to explore. Hi, I'm Phil Harrison. We're looking forward to
I fucked up
Immortals
the
Phoenix
PlayStation
Rising
3
coming to
launch,
Stadia
and now I'm
on
gonna
December
I
3rd.
fucked up Google
We're
Stadia
also excited
as
to
well.
announce that all Stadia players will get a chance to try Immortals Phoenix Rising with a free playable demo before launch that is exclusive to Stadia.
What the
All
fuck?
you'll need is a Gmail account.
Really?
With just a single click, you'll be able to add the demo to your Stadia library and
Oh.
instantly join Phoenix on her quest to save the Greek gods. Created specifically for this Stadia demo, Ubisoft have developed an entirely unique island for you to experience.
Are you trying to piss as many
We
people
hope
off
you'll love
as
it.
possible?
The exclusive
That is what
Stadia
you're
demo
doing.
of Immortals Phoenix Rising will be playable later this year in all regions where Stadia is accessible. Thank you to Yves Guillemot and the entire Ubisoft Quebec studio for your partnership in bringing amazing experiences to Stadia.
The use of Zeus and Prometheus as the narrators in Immortals Phoenix Rising led to a unique style of storytelling.
Here's Michelle Plord to tell us more.
My name is Michelle Plord. I'm lead cinematic designer on Immortals Phoenix Rising. I think the number one thing that I love about my job is the sense of pride that I get for delivering a scene. Our job is consistent with someone who's
It's
actually
still-
directing.
It's just
We get to direct where we're shooting, what lens we're using,
All their
what's
games have the
happening
most
in the scene.
awkward
Immortals Phoenix
animations.
Rising, it's a very narrative-driven game,
We've gone
but it's also
backwards.
very lighthearted and
Like
stylized and
15
very comedic.
years.
And I feel like that's where we get to shine as cinematic designers. One of the best example I have actually for this is Zeus and Prometheus are bickering because Zeus is very, very much bored about Prometheus' story. So he decides to spawn some monsters, and then they
Wow.
just kind of appear in the world. And then the character sees, so we just kind of crouch zooms on them because we were trying to hit comedic timing. So there's little moments, the kind of like lightheartedness and part of the game that we really like
Is
to
that
showcase.
Medusa? Which one's Medusa?
Ubisoft really likes to tell stories. And I think that's how you get the
No, you
players
don't.
to really be engrossed within a world.
You create
We
200-hour
wanna make them
fucking
feel
long games
something,
with nothing in them.
Even if it's just a laugh or a chuckle, I think we did our job.
Keep an eye out for further updates on Immortals Fenyx Rising before it launches this December 3rd.
Now, it's time to revisit a dear friend.
God, they've got so many games coming out. They're just going to cannibalize each other so badly. It's like 2014 all over
time
again.
is like a river.
Here we go, the remake.
That flows swift and sure in one
Let's
direction.
see how bad it looks.
But I have seen the face of time. And I can tell you.
I never played the originals.
They are wrong.
I played the last two that came out. Oh god, it looks exactly like the leaks.
Inside the hourglass is a marvel no living man has ever seen. Only
dear.
the dagger can unlock the
It reminds me of that really shit Uncharted ripoff.
No!
I saw my father turn to sand.
Yeah, I played the 2008 and 2010 one. The 2008 one was not very good, but the 2010 one was probably like the
Come
best
with me,
movie tie-in game
But I warn you, I
that
move
I've
pretty
played.
fast. You'd better keep up.
Prince! The dagger! It can turn back time!
They look like they got the same animations from the old game as well.
You shall not pass.
A remake of a masterpiece. Was it a masterpiece?
I brought this on us.
You are brave and good.
Don't let go.
Backward looking.
Oof. Okay, next year.
My name is Anu Kaul. I'm working in Ubisoft from past 13 years.
Anu is the senior producer of Prince of Persia: Sands of Time Remake.
For me, it's a big dream. It's not a project, it's a dream that is coming true.
The original game.
Original Prince of Persia, you know, people love this game. It has put a mark in everyone's heart. And now what we
I
are
thought
going to do
everyone
is we are going to
raved
bring
about
it
it
back
being great.
because
I
still
thought-
people have that nostalgic
lots of
feeling.
people cared about
want
it.
to play that game. We are in an Indian studio.
I mean,
It's
Prince
an
of Persia
Ubisoft,
turned
Pune
into
and Bombay.
Assassin's Creed.
We actually love to work on this game because we can show everyone, you know, what India is. It's something which comes directly from our heart. So, you know, the main game which was made back then, the main essence is there. All the characters are there. You have your prince, who's very iconic, who was in this game. You have the princess, Farah. And let's not, you have a Wazir, who is the main villain in this game with all the sand creatures, you know. It just, we have give it a bit more flavor.
It looks worse than the 2010 game. How
The
could you
voice
do
which we are
that?
using for the prince is Yuri.
No
the same
way, they're
voice
using
which
that
was
and it
back
still
then.
looks that bad.
You know, it just put goosebumps on our hands.
How
also
do they
when we
fuck it up so
heard it,
badly?
Because it's something which brings back to us to that nostalgic feeling.
How did you...
Some people say time is like a river that flows swift and
Ever
sure in one
flowing.
direction.
17 years later, but you know, the main good thing is his voice hasn't changed at all. I don't know how he do it, but it's the same.
Being able to work on the Prince of Persia is a huge honor because I think it's a beloved game.
Time is like water, ever flowing.
We respected the original design, we respected the storyline, we respected the characters, we just enhanced everything in the game, from camera to combat, as well as the visuals. We implemented a targeted system.
I mean, the
which
2008
actually
one looked
enhanced
better,
the
I'd
velocity
say.
of the prince and his abilities to do amazing performance and amazing moves. We use the latest technology as well as the motion capture
And we don't
to bring
use it
realism
to our advantage
and
at all.
to bring logic and sense into the story. We heard the players' desire to play Prince of Persia
I want the new one.
again, and we are very
Not a remake
pleased
of an
to
old
bring
one.
it as the first ever remake from Ubisoft. It's a beautiful story. We are very, very excited to give you this experience.
I think it's just the faces that look really shit. The models
Prince
look
of Persia:
terrible.
Sands of Time Remake releases
But everything
January
else looks
2021
okay, I
on
guess.
PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
It's time to head over to the virtual city of Neo Arcadia, where an intense
no.
and fast-paced battle rages on.
This game's dead already. This game is dead. Move on. Cut your losses.
Money.
I want my Twitch TV. Look at those streamers. That's the way you do it. You play the Hyperscape on the Twitch TV. No, that ain't working. That's the way you do it. Get your money for nothing and your games for free. No, there aren't. There, there's no way. This game is dead already, and it's awful. It's one of the worst Battle Royale games I've played.
Oh, clip that!
No, there aren't. There's no bloody way. Maybe in the beta before you actually release the game to the public.
Oh, man, that was so hectic.
That's us! That's us!
No, the future of Battle Royale is Fall Guys, whether you like it or not.
One big focus for the Hyperscape dev team is to regularly add gameplay content and features, keeping the game new and fresh week after week.
Really? What's new though? What can they add? Limited time mode. I hate when they do that. Just release the mode and let people play it forever. Not have it limited to a month or so. So we've added content and now we've taken it away. One of the biggest problems with this game is that you, well, at least when I played it, they might have changed it, is that you don't get to choose where you spawn like in other Battle Royale games. Everyone falls at the same point. You don't get to choose when you like drop out of a plane, for instance. You should be able to choose where you fall on the map or fall from the middle. Everyone should fall from the middle.
It's a heartbeat, a pulse,
what?
A distant vibration.
No, what the fuck is this?
It's a surge, a rush.
This is not video game, this is real people.
It's nothing
fucking
you
raw.
predicted, but everything you believed in. It's nothing you expected, but everything
Making
you
a football game? What are they making?
Nothing you could have trained for.
Don't make
everything you
no,
would
they
have
can't be
wanted.
making a football game.
It's
Oh, it's
bigger
Rainbow
than you could have
Six.
imagined.
What's
Yet
football got to
everything
do
you
with
always
Rainbow
needed.
Six?
It's everything you achieved, everything you cared about. It's everything you accomplished, everything you cheered for.
All of these people got coronavirus from being
It's
so
in
close
every
to each other.
strategy planned, in every inch you gained.
They've started adding restrictions again in the UK
It's more than
because
just
the government is useless.
Sitting in the center here.
Politics.
In open area. But they all know he gets taken down. So quick from the defense. He threw there. They're both on the side. He's going to run the corner. Finds one kill. The second one goes down.
It's esports.
Share every moment, share every action, share every emotion, share every struggle, share every success, every triumph. Yeah, share it with your friend, your family, your teammates.
My family
your
don't give a
people.
shit about Rainbow Six Siege.
Share the unforgettable.
Oh, it was an advertisement for the World Cup
François
of
Xavier
Rainbow
Daniel,
Six
Sport
Siege.
Director for Ubisoft.
I didn't
Today
even
we
know
are
that
proud
existed.
to have more than 60 million players of Rainbow Six Siege, and we can say
No,
that
you
we are
don't.
top tier esport title.
That's overall,
It was the right
but
moment
not
to have
people
a
playing it
new
at one
layer of
time.
competition. We are working on esport for the last 5 years when we define a professional system with organization and regional model. So the Rainbow Six World Cup is a new layer of competition of our esport.
I find it odd that people
ecosystem.
still play this
It will be
game.
the first
I guess
time
it's
we
like
have a
Counter-Strike.
country-based competition
But
for
I don't-
our esport title.
This type of game I
In
can't
the
really
Rainbow
play
Six
for
World
more
Cup
than
will have
a
20
week.
teams participating to the main event, but more than
There's not enough
45
variety.
countries will
Every
participate
match
to the
kind
qualifier.
of feels the same.
For such a special occasion, we are very happy to introduce Tony Parker, our ambassador
for the Rainbow Six World Cup. I'm very proud to be with Tony Parker today. So you will be the ambassador of our first Rainbow Six World Cup.
That's what I heard.
Yes.
The rumor.
So 6 years after the game came out,
you are part of
and there's
all
a
the
World
process
Cup.
of thinking about the World Cup. You will meet the players, the coaches.
First of all, I'm very happy, very excited about the opportunity to be an ambassador of the Rainbow Six, the first Rainbow Six World Cup.
Can you put the graphics back into the game when you showed it off?
To meet all the players and explain to them how special it is.
And can you do that with every game you've made?
It's very different than team playing. You know, like when you go to your country and you listen to the national anthem and you have the goosebumps.
Yeah, and I spit on it.
You know,
I spit on my flag and my
national anthem. They play for organizations that don't play for their country yet. For them, it will be something completely different. It will be the first time they will not play with their teammates. They play usually. What will be your advice?
Enjoy yourself because it's a unique experience to play in an international competition. And then there's all the pressure around it, you know, because when you play for your country, a lot of pride comes in and it's going to be a whole new competition. But I'm sure if they can feel what I felt, you know, they will love the experience.
Yes, let's pit countries against countries.
For Ubisoft
That's a good
and
idea.
Rainbow Six to take that challenge to do a World
create
Cup,
hatred and vitriol at all, will it?
For the future of the game. I think it's just a huge opportunity, you know, and I'm very proud to be part of it.
An ambassador like NBA champion Tony Parker just adds to the excitement for this massive event. Keep your eyes on all the Rainbow Six social accounts for more updates.
They're delusional to
We're not done just yet with Rainbow.
what
A new
people
season is
actually
starting
want to
tonight.
see. People
so
want to
let's
see
what the team has
gameplay.
planned.
That's it.
Hi.
People don't want to
I'm
see anything
Leroy,
else,
Creative
surely.
Director on Rainbow Six Siege. The Rainbow Six World Cup is going to be exciting and bringing the best players from countries all over the world in summer 2021.
2 seconds
but
of
for
gameplay
now,
for a
let's
game we
focus
actually
on
want to
what
see
is
the
happening
gameplay
in
of.
the game right now. A couple of years ago, we made the commitment to be live for at least 10 years. And today, we are already close to the halfway point of this symbolic milestone. We are not only maintaining this commitment, but we are doubling down by investing more than ever to make the game grow and evolve.
The fact that people keep buying
biggest one to
like
date.
a season
And we're
pass
excited
every
to bring
year
a
for Rainbow
familiar
Six
face
Siege is
to the
pretty
Rainbow Six
fucking
operator
nuts.
roster permanently.
That's ridiculous.
Sam Fisher, our call
Oh,
sign
great.
Zero in Siege,
We don't
is
want to make a
bringing his
new
combat experience and
Sam
training
Fisher
into the game.
Splinter Cell game.
We are huge
Doesn't
fans
even
of
look
Sam,
like him.
and we wanted to show you how he fits within our universe.
He doesn't.
Check this out.
We just crammed him in there because he's got nowhere else to go.
Lyra, how's that stuff work on arthritis?
The nanobots should help, but you'll pay for it.
Look how shit this animation is.
Sounds fair to me.
What the
Harry
fuck?
says you're here to whip us into shape.
It's like 5 frames a
That's
second.
true.
Let's find out.
Move out, people!
What have you missed? Nothing. Oh, Gods and Monsters has been renamed, and it is Assassin's Creed, but it's cartoony, that's it. It is literally Assassin's Creed. It's got the same animations and the same sound effects, which is ridiculous. Oh, well, it kind of looks like a cross between Assassin's Creed and Breath of the Wild, I guess. I mean, they could actually make a better Breath of the Wild, or it could just have the same problems as Breath of the Wild.
Oryx! Oryx! Winter seed rep gun!
And we got Splinter Cell coming in. This ain't anime. Fuck off.
How did the first lesson go?
You might want
If this is anime, then SpongeBob is anime.
R&D has set up the facilities you requested. Same time tomorrow?
That's the deal.
Splendid. Anything else I can do for you, Sam?
It's animation, yeah. It's not. I wouldn't classify it as anime though.
The new season is live right now, and we're excited to get your feedback on Zero and the rest of features coming out.
The free week has
Before I
ended,
go,
so
we
I
also
can't
wanted
play.
to share some more good news for our players. As you know, this year is special, since the PS5 and the Xbox Series X are coming out. Today,
We don't know when the PS5
we want
is
to
coming out.
announce that we are going to bring you the best Siege experience on console in 2020. with up to 4K and 120
4K?
FPS by the end
Fuck
of the
you.
year. And best of all, current console players will all get this update for free once they upgrade to the next-gen platform of the same family. As we
Apparently,
say, we're in
Assassin's
this for
Creed
the
Valhalla
long
will
run,
run at 4K
and we have
60
plans for years
on
to
Xbox
come.
Series X.
Thank
I
you.
don't believe you. I don't believe you. How can it?
Now it's time for a sneak peek at
How can
another
it?
fan favorite making its return.
A 2080 Ti doesn't fucking run Odyssey at 4K 60. Unless they've optimized the engine and it somehow runs better than the last one, which I doubt. Scott Pilgrim is back. We brought it back because it was delisted many years ago. Can you do that with this, please? Can you bring this back so I can play it on PC? I don't want to get my Xbox out just to play this. I could pirate it, but I don't want to pirate it. I got no idea how they've made it so cheap. I was expecting like 600 quid for the new consoles.
It's time to check in on the dystopian police state.
I reckon the PS5 will probably be around the same price.
Music
give or
is a
take.
huge cultural touchstone, and when you're working on a game that's set in a real place, it's something that you have to focus really hard on to make sure you get it right. When we asked Londoners who was an artist who would really reflect and underscore
Watch Dogs.
you know, speaking up for
PC gaming ain't gonna die just because consoles are cheap. If anything, it will help it.
Over and over again.
They're just PCs.
This guy went from, you know, freestyling in the London underground music scene to headlining at Glastonbury in less than 5 years. He's had massive critical and commercial success. He's been on the cover of Time magazine. He's won dozens of awards. And he really has used his voice
He said
to
rip.
speak up and fight
Rest in
for
peace means
social
dead.
and political change.
Yo, Ubisoft forward, it's your boy Stormzy.
Oh, Stormzy,
here, and
I know.
I wanted to announce that I'm a part of Watch Dogs Legion. You lot are about to have your minds blown.
I think it's been proved time and time again when consoles do well, PCs do well.
Epic, incredible.
If consoles die, PCs will be hurt.
You guys are about to get an exclusive sneak peek of some behind the scenes footage and also of my brand new music video, Rainfall, which is going to be a part of the game. So.
Stormzy is a UK artist, I believe. It's quite a big deal, but I know nothing about him at all.
For Glasto. I was like, yo, bro, there's this game.
I'm getting bored of you boys. Flex on them looking like the old of my boys.
Is it like, I don't know what this is classified as. Is it mumble rap or is it just rap? I'm gonna get copyrighted for this, aren't I?
Oh, London.
Bloody hell, here we go again.
Through the ringer.
Fucking hell, it's been through the
Now it's
ringer.
fallen into the
Oh
hands
God,
of criminal
bloody
organisations
Boris
vying to
Johnson's
control
fucked this
whatever's
fucking
left.
country.
It's
Right
all gone
up
to
the
shit.
arse.
Lucky for
Fuck.
us, our underground hacker collective DedSec is here to build a resistance.
Bad BJ.
But where do we start? Look around. Hipsters, punks, football fans, construction workers, paramedics, annoying tourists, grandparents. What do they all have in common? Any one of them could become your next playable hero.
Apparently they said there's only going to be one grandma type model.
Let's do some recruiting.
They said
shall we?
finding another grandma would be like a
This
1
one
in a
looks
billion
promising.
chance or
Let's hack
something.
into
Or 1 in a
his
million
profile.
chance.
Ah, Dan, a getaway driver.
It's me.
He has a
It's
completely
Dan.
custom vehicle to make for a fast exit. And, an anti-chase ability, making him immune to those pesky chase drones. He can also hack vehicles to clear the way. That'll come in handy in hot pursuit. Well, let's see him in action.
Whee! I want to play this. Probably because it's
Or
set in
how
London.
about Eleanor? A hacker could always be useful. Thanks to her viral hacking skill, her hacks propagate, affecting everything in the surrounding area. She also can electrify enemies with her shock hack and can
You hope this
steal
game
access
flops?
keys without needing to enter an enemy location.
Is it because you're floppy as well? And you don't want to be left out.
Epic. Feeling a little more artsy in your approach? Teresa is a street artist. Her paintball gun gives her a non-lethal
hope it's
way to
good.
take out
It
enemies.
looks pretty good.
And she has paint bombs that can disorient them.
But we'll see. I've got no idea. Could go either way.
Not bad, eh?
Could be
So
small
how
things
do
that
you
make it really
convince the
good or
people
small
of
things that
London
make it
to
really
join
bad.
your team? Talk to them and find out what it takes to prove that your cause is worthy.
Tell me what's wrong.
I reckon the setting will be a big
These
advantage
Clan Kelly guys,
for this game.
far. My friend's gone missing.
My friend's gone missing.
Find them.
After you help them, they will join
So there's
your
permadeath
ranks and
in
become
this.
the stars of your story. As you explore London, keep a lookout.
I hope there's a bit more
Some of the
parkour
most
in it.
legendary recruits are not
Watch
someone
Dogs
you
2
just
didn't
run
really
into
have
every day.
much parkour.
Like this robotic
Or
beekeeper,
free running,
Shelby.
as
She
we
can
used to
wreak
call it.
havoc using her bee swarm. She
Back
also
in my
has a
day, we
unique
called it
weapon,
free running.
The Overcharger. Her suit gives her shock immunity, so she can take more damage from certain attacks.
Not the bees! What the fuck? She got bees. Just the camera
You can
angle
recruit
looks
the old
so much
bloody
better.
city if you want.
One of the biggest
Doesn't mean
problems in
you
Watch
should.
Dogs 2 was the camera was so
Henry here's
pulled
got
back.
no mobility.
Is that it
so
just
he's
made
not
it
really fit for a mission that requires
made
you
it
to
feel
be
slow. You didn't really feel you were immersed in the world.
And Mark, he's a hitman. Seems like the perfect recruit. But if you're approaching a stealth mission,
Stealth.
maybe you should keep an eye out for another hitman whose attributes don't include hiccups. No matter who you recruit, you can
007.
specialise each individual to complement your playstyle by choosing one of the many unlockable
Why are they
weapons
showing
and
this off
gadgets
again?
like the
They
missile
showed this off last time. I would have liked to have seen something
The AR
new
clone.
instead.
The
They
spider
don't have
bot.
anything, that's the problem.
Yes, I did say spider bot. This is your team. Make it the way you like. Recruit
007.
skillful people, adapted for various
Ooh, look at
types
that
of
car.
missions. Or go with weirdos and grannies. No one's here
I'm
to
driving
judge.
that car.
So get out in the streets and
Look at that.
assemble your dream team. London.
There's got to be a mission where you have to do a boat chase on the Thames, surely. Can we make the
Hello everyone. My name
tower
is
bridge
Latif
go up and down
Srinath.
like that?
I
You
am the
should be
live
able
producer
to.
on Watch Dogs Legion. On behalf of the entire dev team, I want to send a huge thank
London
you
Bridge.
to
There's
all
two
the
different
fans
bridges.
for the
I don't know
love
which one's
and
which.
support since our announcement. And today, I'm happy to announce that an old friend is coming back.
Oh, really?
Fight back. Easy to say.
How the fuck did he get in the UK? from Chicago.
The city needs.
Oh god, he looks a bit old. He looks like he's
Are
aged.
you ready
He's got so
for
many
me?
wrinkles.
London.
Fucking hell, look how much he's aged. It's only
You
been
asked,
6 years.
And he's back. Older, but not necessarily wiser. Aiden Pierce will be a fully playable character
Ooh.
in Watch Dogs Legion.
Available
as
with
part
the
of our post-launch
season
plan.
pass?
Found him. Take them out.
You mean it's not in the game at launch?
that's
It's a
not all.
DLC.
We're going to open up a whole new chapter in his story as part of our standalone DLC included in our season pass.
What? He was in Watch Dogs 2 for
Stay
like
tuned
a split
and welcome
second as
to the
a
Resistance.
like a cameo.
everyone has a good reason to join the resistance in Watch Dogs
I hate when they do that. They exploit people's like
on October 29th.
love for a character and they put it in a DLC.
Will be back in the upcoming months with
make
more
you
of
buy it.
everything you want to know about our
Like in
developing
like fucking
games.
Mortal Kombat or something.
But before we go, here's one more thing.
That it? One more thing. Trials, I'm guessing. Trials hasn't been good since HD. Evolution started to go downhill. Is it Trials? A Battle Royale Trials game. What if they do that? There's no bikes, it's bicycles. Riders Republic. Oh. Is it a Battle Royale bike game?
My name is Charlotte. I work in Ubisoft Annecy, and I'm a senior community developer. Today, I'm very excited to announce our new IP, Riders Republic. Riders Republic is a mass multiplayer game where you enjoy extreme sports outdoors together with your friends and the community. Our studio is known for its expertise on many multiplayer games, and there is a huge world to explore, so I'm very excited.
There was a game that was like this that came out years ago.
Just killing it on dream terrain with the sickest extreme sports and doing it with other people.
It's like
For Riders Republic, you enter into this world with
what was
all
the
these people
Ubisoft
around
snowboarding game,
which gives
but
you
with
a
bikes?
ton of possibilities to group up with them, to challenge
Steep.
them.
It's like Steep,
to
but
experiment
with bikes.
with different extreme sports.
I like
on
Steep.
different
That was
types
good.
of terrain. You have forest, you have snow, you have sand, you have mountains, you have cliffs. It's amazing when you see all these people just flying around you, jumping off of jumps, jumping through gates. It's just it's one of those visions that you're like,
played
oh
a
my
lot of
god,
Steep.
this game's crazy.
But where's the actual
This
fucking
game is that
gameplay? And there's actual
next-gen
snow.
social interaction game with a huge world and a lot of possibilities.
You just made
literally
Steep
an extreme
with bikes.
sport fantasy land.
And there is
Our
still
objective
snow.
was to really depict natural places, and we wanted to go for the biggest, the most impressive natural places in the world. So we decided to go to the US.
And there's still
national
snowboarding.
parks.
What?
What we did is actually stitching together 7
You
regions
made the same
in a way
game
that feels
again.
natural. But for each of them, we actually used GPS data, so that everything you see stand there for real.
It's been made by the same
and
people.
I think it's going to be a great
It made
experience.
Steep.
Our philosophy
still
was to be able to
snowboarding.
welcome different kinds of
Why would
players.
they not just play
Let
Steep?
them enjoy the game the way they want, choose their setting, choose their sport,
I've
and let
got
them
it.
go
I own it.
where they want to go.
I own it twice because they
We're
gave
very
it for free on
excited
2
to
things.
be able to reveal it to the world. So now I've got one more thing for you to check out. Enjoy it.
Actual gameplay
All right, they just dropped the trailer.
in engine,
My moment of glory awaits.
captured in engine, but is it actual
Damn it, how do you
gameplay?
work this piece of junk? They don't build them like they used to. Welcome to Riders Republic, Adrenaline Junkies. There are no rules here.
Optimized for next
But what's a
gen,
republic
but it still
without a
looks exactly the
constitution, am
same
I
as
right?
every other
Here's a
Ubisoft
few
game.
truths about how we
Dude,
lay
this is
down.
Watch Dogs Legion, right?
We, the Riders, welcome all thrill seekers.
It's got the
to
same
Republic.
models and animations as that game. Is next gen going to be even worse than this generation? Because for me, this has been like one of the worst generations that I've experienced. This is going to get worse.
We, the Riders, say that friends who slay together stay together. Gather your best friends and go crazy, baby.
It's just steep. I don't get it. It's just fucking steep.
If you ride, the Republic will abide.
It's
Go
literally
rogue
just steep.
or go home.
But now they've added a desert bit to it. And canyons.
We, the Riders, insist that you do you always. Outrace, outtrick, outperform.
It could do a bit better now that skating games are kind of coming back. Maybe the Steep came out a bit too early.
The riders claim the right to pair the best gear. Boards,
Got a bit fast, wasn't
bikes or wings,
For a
whatever
bike.
bakes your cake.
Splash, yes.
Be it road,
Try again.
freestyle, slopestyle, enduro, or downhill. As you grow, the drip gets so
Where's the skateboard?
slick, and it'll help you drop bigger cliffs. We the riders assure epic
Where's the
adventures
actual
to build your
fucking
rep.
gameplay? This isn't gameplay, this is just cinematic camera angles.
And qualify for big-time competition.
It pisses me off.
They can name
Show the gameplay with the actual UI, how it's going to look when we play it. Even that's not how it's going to look when we play it. Unless it's got borders. Like Dragon's Dogma. It's Steep. Even Steep had a first-person mode.
I can't even begin to express how technical that was. These are the gnarliest jumps I've ever seen in one row.
Golly, dude, whoa, Calabunga.
Oh, massive run. That's gonna be tough.
You even had those rocket glider things in
We the riders
Steep.
invite you to leave the roads and take the trails. Explore the land, climb the peaks,
Rawr.
roam the natural world.
Far Cry 5.
After all, it's bad
Far
manners to
Cry
keep the mountains
5
waiting.
was shit. One of the biggest problems Steep had was trying to navigate the UI was terrible. The menus were awful. And there was a literal sense of direction in Steep. I want to see the actual gameplay for Gods and Monsters. So no new Rayman, no Splinter Cell. We just show off Rainbow Six Siege and more Watch Dogs. They didn't even show off more Assassin's Creed. I want to see stealth in Assassin's Creed, man. God damn it. Yeah, good. Oh, come on. That's not how physics work. You never get up that.
Do it with your crew and show them who's boss.
You don't go faster as you go uphill.
And join community challenges like heavy-duty mass racing. Yeah! Reach that finish line first, rider.
Pre-order now. Without actually seeing any proper gameplay.
Join us.
Gravity is a myth, as they are literally being affected by gravity. God, they've got like 5 games coming out in the span of like 5 months.
In the coming months.
Are they mad? Why they do that?
Today, you got the first in-depth look at Immortals
It's
Phoenix
2014
Rising.
all over again.
Caught a glimpse of Prince of Persia, Sands of Time Remake. Got to fight off 7 evil X's in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game. And witness the big reveal of Riders Republic. Along with so much more.
You can expect more reveals and news in the next Ubisoft Forward.
You fucking
Be sure to stay tuned
joking?
for
You're
the
doing
post-show,
another one.
featuring a walkthrough of Immortals
Just
Phoenix Rising
take out all
and
the
a Roller
shit
Champions
and make
show match.
one of them. Oh my god. What a joke.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Ubisoft Forward post show.
This is the post show
I'm
where you
Mimi,
actually see the shit you want to actually see.
Immortals Phoenix
Hang on a minute.
Rising.
I just need to
We
open.
know you've got a lot of questions.
Yeah,
for
like,
us,
can we
so
see the
reach
actual
out on
fucking
social
gameplay,
channels,
please?
And I'm gonna tell you about it in a moment. But first, let's jump into the game in an area dedicated to the
They're actually showing
god
gameplay in the
blacksmiths,
post show, but not in the
metalwork,
main
and
show that
invention.
everyone
This is
fucking
the
watches.
land of Hephaestus.
I just don't understand this fucking mentality. I don't get it.
Hello everyone, my name is Scott Phillips, game director.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. I was trying to download something.
On Immortals Phoenix Rising. Today I'm incredibly excited to show you a sneak peek of our unique game.
No, it's not. It's Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but it's cartoony. With the same animations and the same sound effects, you lying bastard.
Greek mythology. It's a tale of the gods told by the gods themselves. On this epic journey, you'll play as Phoenix, a fully customizable Greek warrior. According to prophecy, Phoenix is the only one who can save the Greek gods from Typhon, the deadliest titan of them all. To do this, Phoenix will explore the Golden Isle, a mysterious mythical island dedicated to the gods.
What's going on with the audio?
Today, he arrives in Hephaestus' region to reignite his legendary forge, to gain his assistance in the upcoming battle against Typhon.
There we go. Look, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. There you go.
Two paths to relighting the forge of Hephaestus lie before us. We could challenge a Minotaur and his friends
a she, not a he.
Events, or reignite the hearths of the forge. Both will lead us to face a legendary automaton.
It could be better than Breath of the Wild.
Let's go to the forge.
Because Breath of the Wild had a lot of problems.
Before we start our adventure,
I still loved it, but it had a lot of problems.
Scout the journey ahead.
It was a mostly empty
This
open
rift
world.
seems interesting. Let's make our way there.
Breath of the Wild was.
During her journey, Phoenix will reclaim legendary pieces of equipment.
Why didn't you show this in the main game? In the main event? I don't get it.
Allow Phoenix to soar
She
through
got a fucking bird like
Your
Assassin's
flying
Creed.
companion, Phosphorus, will join Phoenix on her adventures as well. More on that later. Here's a nice opportunity to gather some ingredients. We'll use them for potions later.
Now you're gonna do some cooking, like Breath of the Wild.
In Immortals Phoenix Rising, combat is an acrobatic, airborne, over-the-top mythological experience. With her powers, Phoenix can dominate these soldiers. But this Cyclops is another story. Boulders are his weapon of choice. Phoenix wields 3 legendary weapons, but her ultimate weapons are her godly abilities.
That looks pretty bad.
That move was Athena's dash.
There is a character creator. There is a character creator. But it looks
Now
pretty
for a bit of
limited.
Ares' wrath.
Look at that. That's the same animation as Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And the same bow and arrow sound effect.
Ouch.
It's the exact
Gotta
same.
hurt.
Is that a placeholder?
Smashing the ground is also one of his
It can't
favorite
be. It
attacks.
comes out in like 4 months.
Let's take a health potion just to be safe. Another chain of ability attacks and he's knocked out. Stunning enemies provides an opportunity to get in a lot of hits to regenerate stamina. Now we'll finish the fight with Hephaestus' hammer. Boom! When enemies are defeated, they shed adamantine, used to upgrade Phoenix's gear.
The combat
Now that
looks
the fight is
really
done,
bad.
we can make our way towards the rift. Rifts are tears in the veil.
Rift.
To the
It's like
underworld
the
of
MMO
Tartarus,
Rift.
Typhon's realm.
Are these
Vaults
like...
of Tartarus challenge your wit,
Oh, God.
logic, and dexterity, and are also a place to
Well, you're
combine your
fucked, Lex.
abilities and combat skills, solve puzzles, and navigate your surroundings. Across dozens of vaults, you will face a huge variety of challenges, where you'll need to mix and match your weapons and skills to overcome them.
Yeah, that's one thing I didn't like about Breath of the Wild, is that the shrines weren't in
Waiting
the
at the
actual
end of
open
each
world. You
vault
went into a
is a
completely
lightning bolt of Zeus.
separated like instance. So
Using
it made the
their
actual
legendary
if the
power, Phoenix
if
can
the puzzles
upgrade
were
her
actually
stamina.
in the world, like the shrines puzzles were in the actual open world, that could have made the open world felt a lot less empty, I feel.
Hidden chests lie in each vault. Uncover them to seal the rift.
Thing is, it's going to be like Breath of the Wild without any of the charm, because it's a Ubisoft game.
On the Golden Isle, Typhon's army lurks around every corner.
Yeah, but Breath of the Wild had a lot of problems.
And as
they
we all
could
know,
they
where
could
there are
improve
enemies,
it.
there's loot.
They could improve it.
Gliding with the wings of Daedalus is always
Like
a
all
joy.
the side missions in Breath
But
of
we
the
need to
Wild
keep an eye
were
on how much
pretty
stamina we're using.
bad.
Since flying harpies can be a challenge to reach,
There was no
we can
voice
use the
acting
bracers of
either
Heracles to pull ourselves toward
for the
them to start the
characters.
fight. Oops, Phoenix needs to be careful.
No, the
with her
graphics
stamina.
look better than Breath of the
Potion will
Wild.
do the trick.
I mean, Breath of the Wild runs at 720p, like 25
And
FPS.
now on to the next one. Like the Cyclops, Minotaurs also love to use the environment to attack Phoenix. But with Heracles' bracers, we can grab them and
It's
throw
like
them
the
right
the
also try to
telekinesis
hit you
stuff
with
you
those
had in
nasty horns
Breath of
or
the Wild,
slash
the
you
6
with his
tools you
claws.
had on your Switch tablet
Perfect
thing.
dodges will grant Phoenix some precious extra time.
Why is the camera so zoomed out?
Ouch. The Minotaur's
Like,
charge
your
can
character's
hit
so
pretty hard.
small, it gets lost.
Fortunately, Phoenix has some health potions. With a few more perfect dodges, Phoenix will land
Like,
some
I went
quick
back
attacks.
and played a bit of
But let's
Assassin's
finish
Creed
this fight with
Origins.
the help of our
The
companion,
combat is so
Phosphorus,
good in
to
Assassin's
dive
Creed
bomb the
Origins.
Minotaur.
It is basically just Dark Souls combat. So I don't understand how they fucked it up so badly going from
Let's see what they were
Odyssey.
guarding. The Golden Isle is filled with epic scale puzzles inspired by Greek mythology. Each trial will require you to
Look, it's got
discover,
that
understand,
arrow
and
thing
then
from
solve
Odyssey.
the challenge. These trials are found scattered across the entire world, just
See,
waiting
this
to be found.
It's pretty good
When
because
completed, you'll earn coins
it's like
of
you've actually got
Charon to be
puzzles in
used
the world,
upgrading
not in a
Phoenix's skills
separate
and
instance.
abilities.
That's like God of War, when you pull stuff out of the tears.
Now that we've put our wits to the test, let's move on to the next part of our quest.
I don't know, man.
The first step
This
to
comes out in
relighting the forge
December.
is to destroy some
You've
of
got
the
Watch
corruption that
Dogs,
Typhon has
Assassin's
spread
Creed,
over the Golden Isle.
and then this, all in the span of two months. This is going to cannibalize each other so badly, and you're going to be so burnt out, you're not going to want to play one after the other, you know? It's just...
With the corruption destroyed,
It's just
we can
so
use Heracles'
pointless.
strength to grab some coal and put it in the hearth to start the fire.
Also, that Skull and Bones game
is
has
just
been,
one of
like,
many ways
completely
to light the coal on
reworked,
fire.
and apparently they're going to re-reveal it in 2021. Shit, Breath of the Wild. Some people would say
Since
Breath of the
battle
Wild
with
is shit.
legendary automaton awaits us at the forge.
AKA Jim
Let's
Sterling.
head to our base of operations for some upgrades.
But what's
This
great about
is
Breath of the
Hall
Wild
of
is
the
that it
Gods.
doesn't hold your
It is where
hand.
Phoenix will reunite the gods to defeat Typhon.
Is that it literally
All
just
of
lets you
Phoenix's
go.
progression and customization takes
In a way,
place in
it's
this
quite
central
old
hub.
school.
At the River Styx cistern,
Just lets
we'll
you
spend
go.
coins of Charon to upgrade
You do what you want,
Hephaestus' hammer
which I
ability.
like.
Perfect.
But
for
the
fight
best
to
bit of
come.
Breath of the Wild is just exploring. And the problem with fucking Ubisoft games is that exploring is meaningless because it's all on the fucking compass at
On her
top, so you
journey
don't
to
feel like you've
defeat
actually
Typhon,
discovered it.
Phoenix will need all of the upgrades.
Well,
she
Skull
can
and Bones, they're re-revealing in 2021, and apparently they've changed it quite significantly. They say they've got a new vision for it, whatever that means. We're making it into a battle royale game,
With our
where
new
the last
ability,
ship wins.
restocked potions, and increased health and stamina, we're ready for this final fight.
I don't understand why they didn't show this in the main show. This is so much better than fucking seeing bollocks.
Built by Hephaestus, but corrupted by Typhon, this automaton can unleash lasers on Phoenix.
It'll probably have better bosses than Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild had awful bosses.
Start things off right. Let's use an attack potion
The 4
to
Breath of the
enhance
Wild
Phoenix's
bosses
weapons and
were
abilities,
shit.
preparing her for the rest
The
of the
biggest
fight.
disappointment of Breath of the Wild is the actual
Athena's
dungeons.
dash and
'Cause
Ares'
they're not
wrath
actual
are all good
dungeons.
choices here. The automaton's uppercut is quite deadly, but this combo will knock him right out.
It looks about on par with Breath of the Wild, actually. Doesn't look any worse or any better.
Let's finish him off with our newly
The
acquired
camera is
ability.
so far out.
And he's history.
Odyssey has some really cool bosses. Like the mythological bosses you fight are really fucking
Power
cool.
has been
in
restored to
Odyssey.
the forge.
And still the
Hexos'
facial animations
workshop
are
is
shit.
roaring back to life.
They're
Phoenix's job
stiff
is
and
done.
everything. It's awful.
It seems Typhon has other plans. We're seeing Typhon's rage, which means he sent a corrupted, fallen hero to track Phoenix down.
Typhoon from Deus Ex. Human Revolution.
This walkthrough was just a
I don't get it. You go
preview
back.
of the
You go
amazing
back and
journey
play
Phoenix will experience
Assassin's
in
Creed
Immortals
1,
Phoenix Rising.
and the faces look fine.
Trials,
So
more
what happened?
larger-than-life monsters,
How has
and
it
more
gotten so
adventures await you
much
on the
worse?
Golden Eye. Thank you for watching. See you December 3rd.
Like Revelations. You go back and play Revelations. That game graphically really holds up, and the faces look great. And how do they fuck it up so badly? How can you go so downhill? Well, could be good, could be good, could be shit. Maybe good, maybe shit. Don't know.
And there it is. Now, December 3rd may
Maybe
seem
good,
like
maybe
a
shit.
long way off,
No, Square
but
Enix games
we've
feel like
got a
AA
lot to
games.
share with you between now and then. And now that you've gotten a look at the game, we want to know what
That's the
you
thing with
think.
Ubisoft games.
So
You have no
join
idea if
the
they're going to be
fun on
good or
socials.
bad. You
Once
can't tell.
again,
Because they all look the
I'm
same.
And this is
It's just like the
Immortals Phoenix Rising.
things you can't see that
Now,
make it good or
Ubisoft
bad.
Forward Post Show continues. Roller Champion, what you got?
Hey, fellow champions! For the past few months, the Roller Champions dev team has been
It's
working
usually
on
the
games
hidden
with groups of
underworkings
players
of
from
a
different
Ubisoft
skill
game
sets.
that make it bad or
It
good.
just so happens that sometimes we witness some pretty impressive plays in these workshops. And so, for your eyes only, here's one of the nail-biting match that we had, commented by one of
You
the
actually going to show gameplay
himself,
for this now?
Grant Haynes.
You
also
spent
known
like
as
fucking
Fickle
5 minutes
We hope you
showing nothing, and now you're actually going to show
Hello
gameplay
and
for
welcome,
this game.
skaters. My name is Fickle, and today we'll be going over some gameplay footage provided by the private workshops in which we will be showcasing some of the newest moves coming to Roller Champions. Before we get the show started today, we'd like to give a special shout out to all the players providing the footage today. We have myself, my two teammates B and Razor, and we also have the opposing team.
I need to download the
Copycat,
Borderlands 3
Beatrice,
DLC,
and
damn it.
Trash. So strap in those skates, sit down, and enjoy the show.
I wonder if I can throttle the
And as we
download.
get
Oh, it's
started
this
today, we will
game.
be showcasing
Oh, this
the
game.
Mayan Stadium over
is
in the
okay.
magnificent Chichen Itza Arena. So if you've never seen Roller Champions before, it's a game about speed, high action, and team play. So take notice of
Right,
those
well, I
goal
guess
markers
that's
there
it.
as they light up on the screen.